a little bit of backtracking and see if I can't find my lost case with my SD cards in it. I think I got a few miles to go. With any luck, I'll find it sooner than later, but I have a feeling it's going to be later than sooner. But off we go. It doesn't have a rattler, so I'm not sure what kind of snake it is. I'm not familiar with the snakes in this country, so but it's pretty cool. He's like, I need to see you, Buster. I see you going over that hill. I'm just checking you out. You just stay over there. I'm good. You don't have to worry about me at all. Alright, well, I think I'm going to carry on. So I've made it back to Shea Road, backtracking in hopes that I can find the case that's got my SD cards and my GoPro battery in it, my spare battery, and a few other small electronic items that I need. All we can do is keep looking. I have backtracked 43 miles, and I have had no luck finding my GoPro case with the SD cards and the other battery in it. And the only reason I'm even going and looking for it is because it has my first 4 days worth of footage on it. And so I am going to look at my footage on this card and try to backtrack to that point and see if when I changed the card out, I just left it sitting on the machine somewhere and drove off. It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. But first, we're gonna park here in the shade, and I am gonna completely empty this machine and see if for somehow, way, shape, or form I just did not see it somewhere. I'm highly doubting it, but and I don't know how it could have fallen out because it stays on the seat inside here, and so there's nowhere for it to go. If it falls on the floor, it just falls on with all that crap. And so anyway, I'm gonna empty the machine and look in every case and see if I can get lucky. Oh, you brought it all the way back. It's a miracle. I'm ignoring him, seeing if he'll come further with the ball. See, he just wants to sit there and look at it. Good ball. Yeah. I looked for the case and everything on the General, and I had no such luck finding it. So now I'm putting everything back in, and we're gonna carry on. Backtracking on foot, looking for my drone, or not my drone, my SD cards for my well, for a lot of things, but came from my GoPro. And I parked back there and walked because I did not want to have to go back up a really extreme spot. Oh, this is pretty mellow. This is easy driving. But I know that there's a spot down here that gets pretty hairy that I'm hoping is when I changed out my SD card and that I left the case sitting there. It's not likely, but that's what I'm hoping for. And now the problem is I don't remember which way I went. I think I went this way. Looking for a sign of my tracks. And I see tracks down here, but definitely not mine. Well, yeah, it's hard to say. Well, if that ain't just a how do you do. Looky there. That is the most wonderful thing you could ever see. Hot dog. Damn, that feels good. Damn, that feels good. Beautiful little canyon. I think they call this, oh, it's President something. I forget. Anyways, this is, if you take a hard left as you're coming down from the desert bar above Parker, Arizona. Anyways, you're taking the dirt road, you come down, you take a hard left past where they're shooting. All the big open pit right there, a big open, not really a pit, it's just a gravel area. But you'll see all the garbage and junk and everything that people leave that they shoot up. Take an extreme hard left and go through that canyon or that little valley. And if you like technical stuff, things that are good obstacles and whatnot, this right here that we're seeing is not a good representation of the trail itself. This is nice, but if you want a good nice little technical climbs and obstacles, definitely take this trail. I didn't follow it to the end when I first came down. In other words, there was an offshoot and I was able to leave because I was trying to get somewhere. I wasn't actually trying to be in here, but I regret it, don't regret it. And I regret it because I dropped my damn case in here, which is my own fault, obviously. And then I don't regret it because it is beautiful back in here. And it's hidden and it's quiet. And if I was looking for a place to camp out for the night, this would definitely be one of those places. Here's a slightly better representation of this trail. If you come this direction, you better bring the equipment, meaning you better bring a vehicle that can climb up this. Now, if I was here with some friends and I wasn't all loaded like I am, I would definitely try it. Why not? And then we got a little bit of a go around here. And this is when I was gonna come down. You've seen earlier, I was talking about the V. You see how, up, come on, up. That gives you an idea of how steep it is or whatnot. And then this is the one that I contemplated coming down. When I drove back up there, I found the route that I did take, which is this way. Looks like you could climb up out of that way there too. I guess if you're down here, you find a way. Well, what a mood change that finding something you've lost that are semi-valuable to. Well, I mean, it's valuable in the sense that I can't replace the footage that I took. Not that it's anything spectacular, but it's what I got, so it's spectacular at this moment. I think there was 5 SD cards in there. None of them are full except for one, the important one. But this is the way I came down. I came down through this, and you know, just looking at it on film doesn't look that extreme, but I tell you what, for general setup the way mine is, out here by yourself, this is a pretty extreme little trail. I mean, if something goes wrong, here you sit. But it's fun. I love it. All right, we are back. Man, that is not something you want to do in this heat. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water. I'm gonna water the dog. And we're gonna be on our way. A 50-mile backtrack, which means that's a 100-mile round trip. That was a good waste of fuel. But I guess that's what you got to do. Don't miss the curve on this road here, and you go right off this edge. All right, well, off we go. I've decided to head down to Parker and find a shady spot on some pavement, and I'm going to do a little bit more adjusting to my rear A-arms, see if I can't get them to sit a little more vertical. So that's where I'm heading now. So I've been checking everything as I go, and today I noticed that my bolt fell out, or not the whole bolt, just the nut. I've got the bolt in my hand. I got another nut because I carry a lot of this stuff. Fell out of my sway bar from this whole side that we had an issue with. So I've been kind of keeping an extra eye on things. And so I'm gonna stick my bolt back in the sway bar, and hopefully that'll help a little bit with this side swoop, you know, drooping, I guess. So anyhow, and the best place I could find for shade around here is the back of the building of Walmart. It's the only thing I could find. It was a nice long stretch, so I said, yep, that's a good spot. So I'm going to fix that bolt, and then I am going to lift up the ass end, and I am gonna put a few more spins down on my springs and see if I don't push the A-arms down a little bit more. I did four turns yesterday, but now that I'm missing this sway bar, that'll pull this tire back in, because you can still see it sitting out. Now we're sitting on an angle, but I'm just going to keep fighting that until I get it dialed in. And if I have to get a stiffer spring, well, then I'll get a stiffer spring. Even the popo stopped. Well, we just missed them, but yeah, caught enough of them. They even stopped to check on me, make sure I was doing good. So I getting things back together, and here we be. Okay, I just left the backside of Walmart, did some more adjustments. We'll see how long I can go before I have to mess around with something else. Hopefully I'm done doing a shakedown on this machine. I will get it dialed in yet. Cutting through the Blue River RV Park. I think I am in Parker, Arizona. I'm heading back down below the hill from here, and then I'm going to pick up the trail again and be on the trail all the way until I get back on the trail again, and that'll be that. You can definitely get turned around out here in the desert. I've driven this trail now once, twice. This will be my third time because of course I had to backtrack. But I have the luxury of having Onyx, or not, well, I have Onyx as well, but I have Ride Command, and it does pretty well as far as showing you where people have ridden and where there's trails and so on and so forth. So I've used it pretty extensively. Some of these trails are not real pleasurable in my opinion. I mean, all we're doing is cruising down these little roads like this out here in the middle of nothing. So it's kind of barren. Kind of gets old seeing the same thing for 20, 30, 40, 60 miles. But it is a different environment for sure. But I like it when I get closer to the mountains and stuff, because then you start climbing up into some ravines and you get onto some peaks and stuff. Kind of nice. Bouse. Thought this was a pretty cool little place. Come here. The Alaska Hotel. In the day, Bouse had several hotels and a bordering house. The foundation remains of the two-story Alaska Hotel. The front doors faced the corner of Main Street and Santa Fe Avenue. Donated by Lawrence and Sleepy and Betty Mackey. Just old equipment. Drill press, Champion Blower and Forge Company, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Model 203, patent 1904. Donated by Brad Haven. Belt drive pump, jack system, used in place of a windmill pump. Fairbanks, number 1, type H. Motor incomplete. This type of motor is a headless motor, commonly known as a hit and miss, used to drive the belt to power the pump. Cool. Oh, no wonder them caves are so small. The people back then were tiny. Wow. Well, I guess that's easier. You don't have to dig such a big hole. Original miner shack came to Bouse from the Swansea mine area. It was first a home, then a workshop. Supply wagon. The supply wagon took supplies from Bouse to the Planet Ranch, donated by Mr. and Mrs. John Carey. Bouse was the main supply hub for the Swansea mine and the Planet Ranch. The Swansea Railroad was eventually built, connecting Bouse and the mine. Man, I must be a crappy reader, or I'm looking hot. I'm gonna go with hot. I'm parched. Huh, Yogi? We're parched. We're hot. Cotton mouth. We're overheated. Oh no, a tank. That's kind of cool. It'll be fun to putt around in that thing. Not for very long, but it'd be fun for a little bit. I'm sure it wouldn't be a real great ride. Make me appreciate the not real great ride that I'm riding in now. Not just the outback, but a piece of the trail. Oh, I like it on this side of the building. One hell of a plant. It's hot. It is really hot out here. I think my ride command temperature said 102. I know that when I was looking on the phone it said 97, so you know, it's, what's the difference? Well, I mean 5 degrees, but hot is hot, and especially for me, those temperatures, it makes no difference. Anything above 75 is too damn hot. Now this is a nice trail. It's dirt, so your tires don't get all tore up from the pavement. They can slip and all that other stuff, and it's smooth. So that's kind of nice. Not that I like nice smooth trails, but right now we're so far behind that I'm gonna welcome a few miles of easy traveling. See if I can't get up in them hills over there. I think we go up to the foothill of that, or up to the base of that. Just left Bouse. Definitely tell cars come ripping through here. Look at these berms. I hope they don't decide to do that today. Or right now. we got a view, but the road ends. So it wasn't really for nothing, or it wasn't for anything. It was for nothing. There's roads down there, but they look like they don't, well, they might. They look like they end too. So I guess we'll get back on track and head down through the valley. Well, this is, I think, the straw that broke the camel's back. I think I am done with, I've had too many issues and the A-arm just broke. So I'm not sure what is going on, but this situation is not a good one. And this, my axle is totally shot, which I have a spare axle, but the problem with that is that the axle isn't gonna fix the A-arm. The A-arm is completely pulled apart right here. So yeah, it's toast. They're warranted. So Super ATV, you're gonna have to step up, my friends. In the backcountry, we call that a jack stand. Now that I got it jacked up, what I'm gonna attempt to do is get a strap and pull the tire further up underneath of the rig so it's sitting more vertical like it should be, and work my way back down to the bottom of the hill where I can be in a flat spot for the camp for tonight, as well as a place that I can work on it, see if I can't get the axle pulled out and pulled back together as good as I can, because I have about a 9 or 10 mile journey on trail back to pavement, where it's a lot easier to get rescued, be able to load this onto a trailer and get myself back to my tow rig and probably start heading home. Trying to get her down to a flat spot, and it looks like right down here is a flat spot, and then I'll see if I can't jack this thing up and get it to where I can get that wheel, at least remove the axle and get the wheel so I can straighten it out, and maybe use the winch with a block or something and pull from the driver's side and go over to that wheel and pull it under and figure something out, I hope. We came down and then broke down right up around this little curve here, right around this little edge here, and I was able to limp her down to this. Now we are making chili and hot dogs, well, sausage or whatever I bought, I don't know, kielbasa, something. Let's go see. I set it down somewhere, probably where the bugs go. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have chili and beef smoked sausage on a bun with, I'll probably even whip out the cheddar. And then I'm gonna make myself a drink. And then I'm gonna contemplate this mess with a flashlight maybe, and at least if I can get it, the axle tore out of it, and get the portal and stuff back straight and level and put the wheel on it, then I can limp this bad boy back to the trail and then wait for whoever's going to come save me. So I got a few options. Anywho, all right, well, Yogi, he's, well, there's the plate. We're gonna Do you fetch plates? How about we just turn that down? So this is where camp is for tonight, and we'll get up early in the morning, probably earlier than I want to, but I'll be getting up early, I'm sure, because, well, it's a lot cooler at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning than it is at 9 and 10. So I'm gonna climb back up this hill a little ways and see if I can't get phone service. I know my son was messaging me, and we were able to get contact with each other, so I think I can climb up there a little ways and get service. So after I eat, that's what's going to happen, so I can get a hold of my ride. All right, well, I will, well, yeah, you know. Well, that's what we get tonight. We're having chili dogs and Kahlua and oat milk. Yogi, he doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna get a chili dog too on his dog food, because, well, what the hell, he's a camping dog. Camping dogs gotta eat chili dogs. Do dogs eat dogs? Oh, okay, well, in that case, I got my glasses on. I see something sitting at the top of that ridge right there. I'm like, and of course Yogi was looking that way, so he knows more than I do. Of course, he would have been up already and gone, which might not have been a good thing. So, you might be tough, but I don't know how tough you really are. Anywho, dinner's getting cold and I'm hungry. I got lots of work to do. So my plan is to take this bolt out, lift up and remove, or just get it out of the way, the upper A-arm, and then hopefully this will fold away enough that we can get the axle tore apart without disassembling the whole entire hub. Because right now I'd have to pull this, take this, and then there's a big nut. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's heavy duty stuff. And so I'm hoping that I can just do that plan that I just thought of. I think I can get this axle apart without, I don't care if the axle's just hanging there. I can rub zip ties around it. It's just gonna float, and that's fine. That'll actually be nice to keep the boot up there anyways, to keep all the crap up there. So I'm really hoping I can get this end apart, and then I'm thinking I'm just gonna take a strap and run it from like here over to one of these pieces, and then from back here somewhere underneath and pull this back that way. I don't care if it's crooked, I don't care any of that crap. I just care that it stays on until we get back to the main road, because, well, if I can get that far, I can get a truck and trailer here. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get at it. We had dinner. Now it's time to get to work. Again, this is getting really old really quick. Okay, well, I got the axle out. That be her. And I got the wheel back on as good as I can, considering the bottom of the A-arm is not attached. And so I just took that and strapped all that to there. It's a floater, so there's no pressure against it, so it should be all right, because there's literally nothing torquing this wheel. So we should be able to drive it out, and nice and slow. But you know what? Nice and slow is better than walking and leaving this out here in the hills and have to come back for it. So we're going to finish putting a few things away so I don't have to do it in the morning, and probably wake up at, I don't know, whenever I get up after a long day like today. I hope that I sleep good, but I'm sure that that's not going to happen. It just never does. Anyhow, all right, well, I'm gonna like I said, put some stuff away and pull the tent out. Actually, I'm probably gonna put some stuff away, take a shower, because I am dirty. and then pull the tent out and climb in and go to bed. So peace out. Have a, well, whatever it's gonna be when you guys watch this. Hopefully you guys watch this. That's the plan, right? My shit show. But it is what it is. We had to give it a whirl. Now we go back and fix and readjust and figure out and remanufacture and overanalyze and try it all over again. That's how it works. We'll get back at it. All right. Have a good night. I'm gonna. Bye now.